Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Christopher Walken opens up about auditioning for Star Wars and failing. Walken was among hundreds of actors who tried out for the role of Han Solo in George Lucas' industry-changing 1977 action-adventure classic. Lucas of course ultimately chose Harrison Ford to play roguish smuggler and Millennium Falcon pilot Han Solo. It now may seem to have been the obvious choice to cast the charismatic Ford in the iconic role, but at the time Star Wars was being developed it was anything but a slam dunk that Ford would get the part. Indeed, multiple well-known actors were considered for the role before Ford, including Godfather star James Caan, North Dallas 40 actor Nick Nolte, future Snake Plissken Kurt Russell and even a then unknown Sylvester Stallone. The search for Han Solo indeed brought in a diverse array of actors including Walken, who at the time was just beginning his legendary career. Speaking recently to the Financial Times, via The Independent, Walken opened up about his audition for Star Wars and admitted he never really had a chance at landing a part. He did audition for Star Wars, but I don't think he came remotely close to getting the job, he recalled, adding, about 500 other actors auditioned, so it wasn't as if it was down to me and somebody else. Walken then discussed another of his ill-fated auditions, which saw him failing to land a part in the classic Whippy love story. He said, in both those cases I was lucky because I'd have been awful in them. Walken indeed would have been a strange choice to play Han Solo. Of course over the years has become a noted character actor and a favorite of impressionists, but is notable precisely because he's so quirky, the same attribute that makes him a great actor to impersonate. Solo being played by Walken with his famous tics would have arguably been disastrous. By contrast, Ford had the perfect calm confidence and swagger to play Solo, who was essentially a western gunslinger in SSA Gise. Obviously Walken went on to have a great career anyway, winning an Oscar for 1978 as the Deer Hunter and appearing in numerous classic films afterward, including the game-changing Pulp Fiction. The case of Walken and his failed Star Wars audition indeed points up the central importance of casting to the whole endeavor of making movies. With the wrong actors in its main roles, Star Wars would have been a very different movie, and the history of film would have been very different as well. Thankfully director Lucas's casting instincts were spot on in the case of the original trilogy, as Ford, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher and almost everyone else in the films were perfect. Unfortunately those instincts didn't serve him as well with the later Star Wars prequel trilogy as several key characters fell flat, notably Anakin Skywalker. But movie casting is definitely not an exact science and luck certainly plays a huge part. Source: The Financial Times, via The Independent.